These text boxes are EVP captions from EVPs that I hear later when reviewing audio. If you want to hear them, I suggest wearing headphones. What's the strangest thing you've seen? Seeing ETs. Am I seeing ETs? Yes, I don't know. I'm in Jerome, in the Grand Jerome Hotel, and I'm excited to see what happens tonight. This place has been on Ghost Adventures. It's purportedly haunted. In the stairwell, I noticed a painting of somebody. I got the first name with S. I can't say names. I have to watch it. Anyway, I need to cool down, get comfortable, and then maybe go get something to eat and figure out what I'm going to do. And then I'm really interested in tuning in here. So I head down to the restaurant. Good food, most badass painting I've ever seen. I eat and text Crystal. It goes like this. I made it. I'm alive. Here's where I'm staying. I'll call you in X minutes, cause I've gotta tell you about X. Like today. I'm on these long, desolate stretches that go on and on, but don't seem to get anywhere. They are very meditative. Eventually the scenery changes, or maybe I just change direction, but I'm enjoying myself. I truly love this. Then I see it, a dark speck in the sky. It's not moving. What is that? It's just hovering, stationary. I pull off on some road so I can stop and zoom in on the object, but there are signs telling me that I'm not allowed to stop, that I'm on military land. 10 minutes later, and I'm close enough to see that it's a tethered dirigible, some sort of spotter balloon, I guess. And I notice another one on the horizon, probably miles away. Then I'm off the desert floor and into the twisties. They make me so happy and lead me right into Jerome. Jerome, Arizona is an old mining town built into the side of a mountain. It's got all of the usual tourist stuff, shops, restaurants, bars, historic stuff, tours, but all done right. Pretty sure wherever you stay is haunted, regardless of whether it's advertised that way or not. The Jerome Grand is perched above the town and has a spectacular view. When you arrive at your destination in a car, it's easy. You grab your luggage, lock the car, and go do your thing. With riding, there's more to it, at least for me. I've got my gloves, eyewear, helmet, earplugs, phone, cameras, GPS, 2 side cases, top bag, and whatever other kit I happen to be wearing. I've got all this gear to deal with and get up to the room. So I'm back and forth between the room and my bike a few times before I'm settled in and relaxed. But I'm already aware of spirit influences and them wondering who I am and what I'm doing, so I'll give them my speech and meet some spirits. I'm Brett. I'm a psychic medium. I can talk with the other side, I interact with the other side, and I like to film my interactions with the other side. So if you're a spirit and you're around, and I know there are some around, and if you're unsure about being on camera, or being unsure about even interacting with me, please talk to my team, talk to my guides, and follow their instructions. Another thing, I'm not supposed to use names, so do not use names. Instead, describe yourself. Tell me who you are, what you did,
why you're here. Tell me about this location. Tell me any secrets. Tell me about the other side. And again, if you're unsure, please talk to my team to get instructions. And we're also here to help if we can. So after we're done, or tomorrow morning, ask for help, and my team will call in angels or whatever, and we'll get you guys some help, okay? All right, so I am here at the Jerome Grand Hotel. I always have to try to remember what it is. This place was built maybe in the 20s or something. I try to avoid getting any information on it beforehand. So I saw 1920 listed somewhere, and I know it was a hospital before it was a hotel. I was talking to the guy down there, and he said that the rooms are basically in the same spots. The structure is the same. So it's been a hotel, it's been a hospital, and it's in this mining town that's big in silver mining town. When I first got here, I put my luggage down, trying to get relaxed, get stuff sorted out, find some street clothes to wear. And some spirit was yelling at me about putting my skivvies on the floor. So that was my first hint at somebody being here. And then I sat on the bed, and I had my feet right here on the edge of the bed, and they were pissed off that I had my boots on the bed. And then I noticed that I had the urge to straighten out these pictures. Is that better? And I even know that I have the urge to straighten this one up. It's not straightening. Is that straight? So there's some stickler for neatness in here. So I've wanted everything to be really neat. And I actually cleaned everything up before filming. I just realized that. Okay, so there's that. Something else that was going on. Whatever I would do in here, I felt like there was somebody watching and somebody interested in it. Very playful, very nice energy. Probably children or young people, or somebody with a very childlike excitement over things. Because I got some Skittles, and they were all excited about candy. Oh, what's that? And about me pouring out my water in the ice. They were excited about that, and they've been excited about all these things. So I know that there is the person who is probably a cleaner, somebody, maybe a housekeeper, somebody that was in charge of the hotel earlier, maybe in charge of the hospital. An orderly. Can you tell me any secrets about this place when it was a hospital? I feel like I'm hearing that it got fined. I am hearing fined. And it was a hospital until I'm unsure. I don't want to say dates because I'm afraid I'll be wrong. I'm afraid I'll be way off. 1976, 1914. One thing that seems to happen when I'm tuning in is I end up with a lot of spirits around. And I'm not seeing them, I hear them though. Okay, so this happened when I was walking around outside, and it's happening again. It's kind of like a cold, this like cold sweat on me. And I'm not sweating right now. Am I picking up on somebody here? Getting the impression of an old miner. Red shirt, scarf, big bucket hat. It's like a whitish hat. Makes me think of being a clamper, E. Clampus Vitus. It's this organization, a fraternal organization. Miners, coal miners, gold miners. It's kind of a group that, yeah, I'll have to look up E. Clampus Vitus for Jerome. It's interesting. Feeling something on my forearm. Okay, tell me some secrets about Jerome. Yeah, that's what this place is. Somebody's telling me secrets. I'm getting something in my back. Man, I wish I could do names, but no, please don't use names. Nobody's names. I think it gives too much information about somebody, so it's like invading somebody's privacy. And we don't want that. I don't want to bother anybody. I want this to all be a nice thing. Should check and make sure all this is recording. Oh my goodness. This one stopped.
For whatever reason, my camera stops, so I take a break and find myself down at the front desk.
Hello.
How's everything going?
Pretty good.
Those spirit kids, all excited about Skittles and ice, were definitely influencing me and had me unknowingly doing their bidding. For sure, a case of spirit influence.
Do you have snacks down here?
You know, honestly, it's chips.
I'm looking for chocolate or candy.
I don't have any thing like
Man.
that. I got some chips here, but I got hot chocolate. About it, unfortunately.
You did come up with a solution. You did come up with chocolate, so that's pretty good.
Hot chocolate.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all the chocolate I got.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
Actually, let me see. Maybe I will get a soda. Nah. All right, thanks.
No problem.
Thanks.
No problem.
Thanks.
No problem.
I look around for the rest of the afternoon. This place is pretty normal in appearance. It's got the usual art, decoration, and functionality of old hotels. I like this stuff. The weird, the kitsch, the attention to detail or complete lack thereof. I love this stuff. I turn my attention to my ride chores, and later I get the nudge to tune in. So I've been looking at maps, I've been checking the internet, I've been trying to figure out my route for tomorrow, and eating chips, and I drop a chip on the table and I have to immediately pick it up and go throw it in the trash. I'm picking up on whoever this is, this orderly or housekeeper. Yeah, that part's really funny to me. This person is hyper sensitive about cleanliness. So, who are you? What did you used to do? Please, no names. I'm hearing something. I'm not sure if that's living or past. How many people are here? 4, 7, a dozen. What's everybody doing here? Watching. Okay, since this hotel has a reputation for being haunted,
it draws people who are interested in the paranormal and who want to have an experience. So that ends up drawing a bunch of spirits from all over the area. Is there a basement here? Yeah, something about a basement. A lot of the original spirits here, the folks who are having problems, are mostly in the basement. I wonder if there is a basement. Just downstairs. Okay, and then what about the first floor? Not much happens down there. Second floor. Yeah, it's almost cliche with the spirit activity, I feel, because they're talking about they talked about the restaurant and the kitchen, and I just picture like 2 or 3 spirits who are involved in the kitchen, involved in restaurant, and they used to be involved in restaurant, in food service. I'm seeing spirits overseeing the people, like housekeeping, doing the laundry, like watching them doing laundry. Okay, let's come up to this level. I'm in room 22. Not sure if I'm hearing something from outside or somebody. Second floor. What's on the second floor? I hear something about howdy doody. Were there rec rooms? I'm hearing noises over here. So who grew up in Jerome? Who came over to do mining? I'm seeing the clamper guy, the old miner. Are you famous? I am now. Okay. Who has come over in the past 20 years, 30 years? Getting a car accident down below this town on that windy road. With a, I don't know, it looks like a Camaro or one of those cool cars from like the 70s or 80s. Why did you come here and you aren't somewhere else? I should check this. This is the place where it's happening. And the third floor has the Reputation. So folks go up to the third floor. Is there a fourth floor? Something about the sky. I think they called it something sky. All right, this is going to be super long. So thank you for talking with me. And just saw somebody go by over there. And I'm sure I will be doing this again either later tonight or tomorrow. Yes? All right, I'm going to stop it for right now.
I'm going at 100% pretty much all day, complete focus while riding to stay safe. Then when I'm at a location, I'm working to figure out filming, and then I'm tuning in. Then I'm back on the bike. I guess I'm like at 5% while eating and getting gas, but otherwise it's 100% all day.
I feel like a woman dressed in black, like with the black veil and everything, walked in here.
So I'm exhausted and need to chill when I'm done for the day. But here, the spirits aren't having it. I notice Perfectionist Girl is still with me.
Something else just went by right there. The person who's like pretty aggravated by the chips and the mess. The person that's somewhat of a perfectionist. I feel like it's not healthy. I feel like it would be better if they could let go of that and they can move on. Thank you. Please, you should ask for some help. Because that's not helpful. It's not helpful for you to feel like you need to be in control of this. Somebody else can do it. They won't do it as well. That's okay. Wow, I'm hearing all sorts of things. All right, I gotta stop. And as a note, I'm like really trying to keep this place totally clean.
I finally get to sleep, but am awoken again and again. But that's what I'm here for. So here we go.
Okay, so it's 2 o'clock in the morning. All right, so I went to bed. Was getting a little bit of activity, not anything more than I'm really used to. Somebody showed up that was trying to scare me by showing me images of things that are considered scary. But that didn't last very long. I was getting the feeling of climbing down and climbing up. So like climbing down into a hole or climbing down off of something. Either 3 feet or 6 feet, or it could be way more. But climbing up and climbing down. And then I heard somebody say like sleeping on the ground. And I feel like it's like during when this was a hospital, there were people sleeping on the floor because there weren't enough beds. Then I can't figure this out, but I feel like there are multiple spirits kind of wanting to be in charge and wanting to show me things. So I feel like I'm being pulled in all of these different directions, like up through the ceiling, that way and that way, and out that way and out that way. All right, so tell me about this hotel. Something about a bank. I feel like somebody's pulling on the camera. If you're loud and you want to be in the camera, come on and be in the camera. Yep, say cheese. The activity. There's not a whole lot of activity. I forgot I turned on I have that camera in case I wanted to do it. Maybe I will. Just had an image of a reptilian. A lizard ET. Is anybody being held here? I feel like indigestion. Is it mine? I didn't have it before. Take it away. I don't want to feel that. Can Can you knock on something? Can you knock louder? I'm getting a headache. When I went to sleep, I felt somebody show up, and then I was freezing cold, like shivering cold. So I had to put on the beanie. There's that scary imagery again. Why are you doing that? Who's doing that? There's so many people with S names. Alright, I gotta go to bed. I don't know. Take off that goofy hat. Alright. My chills. Yeah, I was seeing movement before bed, just a little bit here and there, but I think I have as much stuff going on at home. Feeling something in my throat, on my face. Yeah, I don't need to feel anything. I don't need to feel anything like that. My hand. All right, good night. Okay. Totally off balance. I think they're gonna put me to sleep too.
When ETs show up, I'm more on guard. They're kind of an unknown variable.
Still in the middle of the night now. I'm like meditating in bed. Just trying to feel better so I can sleep. And I'm getting the images of, first there was like a huge hole from an explosion or something, like huge, this massive hole. And I feel like it might be the foundation for this hotel. Like they blew up part of the mountain so they could fit this hotel here. I got something about being cold here, like when it's winter. People just freezing here, not having enough clothes, not having stuff for warmth. That might be why I'm feeling so cold. I keep feeling that something on my face or on my throat. That was somebody who worked here or spent a lot of time here. It's like a swollen throat, swollen glands, or something like some sort of abnormality with their face and neck. And then I also am getting something about a model railroad, like either the toy or display. It's either here or somewhere in town, or it was here. I don't know. I feel like a woman's in charge of that. I keep hearing people, like out loud, but I don't know if I'm actually hearing people. I heard something that sounded like Gomer Pyle It's a touching on my face, bridge of my nose on my chin, behind my left ear, back of my neck, between my eyes. It's like loud talking, but I don't hear it outside. I mean, it sounds like it's outside my window. What's the strangest thing you've seen? Seeing ETs. Am I seeing ETs? Yes, I don't know. Are they here often? No, only sometimes. When are they here? Right now. Why? They don't know. I want to go to sleep. All right, good night. As I was getting ready to leave, I was talking to the woman at the front desk, and she was telling me about a man who stayed on this level, who left and returned to find his clothes all folded and placed neatly on his bed.
Validation is always welcome, so that's super cool. If you haven't already, please subscribe and let me know what you'd like to see more of on this channel. And thanks for watching.